up from my window. Sun's coming up.
Welcome back, friends. Today we are going to be decorating the house for fall. I'm not going to lie, this year I struggled a little bit with how much or how little to do. But after I finished and had it all set up, I think it is the perfect amount. So I'm going to share some ideas that you can incorporate in your home this fall to create that warm, cozy, and organic space.
I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon. Kenny G saxophone.
I'm going to get started in the entryway first. I'm also only going to be doing one fall decorating video this season. Usually I do two, but I just decided to just merge it all together. But this year I was trying to decide how much or how little to do. And this is actually the first year in, 5 years that I did not go out and buy a bunch of new decor. I have tubs and tubs of decorations, mostly Christmas, but this year I thought to myself, I'm going to experiment with what I have, and I was able to decorate the whole house without buying anything new. The only thing I want to buy new is 2 or 3 little plum hydrangea type things for my kitchen, but other than that, I was able to do it with what I had. Now, this tall vase, I put all of those sticks are from my backyard. And I think that that's a great way to add height. If you need height to a space, is just go and grab sticks from your backyard and organize them in a nice and neat way. I was going to take them all out, but this is a wider vase. So like the top of the vase is wider, meaning that you're going to need a lot to fill the space. So what I started to do was I grabbed, I don't know how many of these flower things I have, probably like 8 or so, which technically wouldn't be enough to fill out the whole vase. So I'm sticking those into the branches, and the branches are like helping it fluff out and hold up all of the faux orange leaves. So it looks a lot fuller. Now I also had a different variation orange leaves. All of those those faux leaves are from Hobby Lobby. And it's been probably like 3 or 4 years, I think, that I got them. So just kind of different variations of it. And honestly, I wasn't sure how this was gonna look, but I really love it. And the sticks gives it that different texture or variation into the arrangement.
Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
Next, I saw this idea on Instagram where they had this tray and then they created this pumpkin arrangement. Now, I had this little tray already. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I'm going to just work with what I have. And for some reason, I love the pumpkin-y, green, mossy, like forest pumpkin. So I'm going to keep my little green, what is that? A little green ball that I use for spring. I'm going to keep that and then create a pumpkin arrangement, but keep the greenery in there, if that makes sense. So it's like a mossy green pumpkin patch. Now, my struggle was getting these pumpkins to stay on this tray. I think you could also do this with like a really pretty bowl, but I think that the moss makes it look really cool. I also experimented with adding leaves underneath, with adding, stuff around it. I have that green velvet pumpkin on the left there that was from Hobby Lobby. So I wanted to incorporate like the dark green and the orange over here. And last year I did purchase a lot of the deep purple plum color, which I'm going to add in the living room area. So this area, I wanted it to be orange and green, but I couldn't find a spot for that pumpkin. So here I'm just kind of experimenting and then figuring out what I like and what I don't like. I also saw a couple cool Instagram photos of people who had a lot of fairy lights and then a lot of candles around like their entryway setup. So I pulled out this lantern. I've had this lantern like literally forever, and I put it in the attic because I was like, I'm going to use it again one day. So I pulled it out of the attic, and some years I put little pumpkins in there, And with fairy lights for Christmas, I put little Christmas trees in here, just depending if I use them or not. This year, I'm just kind of seeing what the fairy lights look like. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I add some pumpkins in here or should I just leave it with fairy lights? But next, I'm just going to kind of play around with this area, add some candles, and try and find a good balance. But if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of three. And my goal on my channel is to inspire you in all different ways in your life, whether that is from seasonal decorating, DIY projects, which I have an amazing DIY video coming out next week, I'm excited about, cleaning motivation, organization ideas, decluttering transformations. We do it all, and I would love for you to be a part of this community by subscribing below.
I don't know where she came from. Kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath?
So this is my first variation, but I don't know if I'm loving the lantern on the side. It was supposed to replace the lamp, but I feel like it needs something more. Now, funny story about the wreath. I got the wreath a couple of years ago from Crate and Barrel, and I thought that it looked so cool. I ordered it, and I was going to make this video for it, and or I was going to include it in one of my videos, and I had this perfect idea for it. And then it ended up becoming back ordered, and it came in like after Halloween. I was like, well, I'm not going to use this. But obviously, the following years I did, and I do get a lot of compliments on it. But I will say one of my biggest struggles with decorating like entryway tables, end tables, decorative tables, whatnot, is creating the right balance. And when I first bought my very first house, I would make everything symmetrical. So if I had a lamp on one side, I put a lamp on the other side. If I had a vase on one side, I put an identical vase on the other side. And then it started to become too symmetrical. So I started experimenting with different stuff. And some years I would put too much stuff. Some years I'm like, I need less is more. And now I just go by how I feel. If it feels right, if it feels like when I walk in, I get excited, then that's it. And yes, I moved the lamp from over here to that entryway table because I liked the colors. So the black lamp on the entryway table, I'm now moving over here because I'm going to do some darker plum colors. Now I wanted to raise the height of that lamp because it's a little shorter than the other one, and I'm going to use my magazines. These are magazines that were mailed to me. So I'm going to use them as decor instead of like tabletop books. So I'm going to use these magazines to kind of give it a little more height. And then I'm going to pull out some of the faux flower stems that I have. Those ones right there are from Target 2 years ago, I want to say. This wreath, I made this wreath last year. I got everything from Hobby Lobby, glued it all together. I'll link the last year's video down below. You can see how I made it for like, I don't know, $30 or so. And the other stems, the long stems, the plum color, these are from A Floral. That is a brand of stems. I think I bought them from Amazon though, but the A Floral brand from Amazon. So last year, I had those long stems and I put them around the mirror. And at first, I liked it. And then as the days went on, I kind of questioned if I liked it or not. But sometimes I feel like putting these stems on the mantle it's too plain or just too original. But I think I'm going to go with it anyway because I think I would just like it better. I'm always hard on myself to try and like think outside the box and create super unique ideas, but I think I'm just going to go with putting it on the mantle. And yes, Superman is on TV. I have to renew my subscription to like put the cool new stuff on there. It's under Chris's name and I have to like, it's all under his stuff. So I have to like go fix that. So just ignore Superman. I mean, Superman is pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't go with my fall decor. But here I am going to swap out the leaves. I love the vases. So I'm not going to change those around, but I am going to experiment a bit with the floral.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes.
Okay, I'm pretty determined to find a place to put that green velvet pumpkin. I like the color, I just can't find a spot for it. But since I am wanting to add green into the decor, that is my secret stash of candles and all sorts of stuff that I need for decorating this space. But I'm going to pull out some green candles and add them to my candle holders. I put these here. I love these. Those are from Target, the marble pumpkins, and I end up switching those. I didn't like them there, but I think they're so pretty and they go with the color over here. So I think for this area, this feels like a good balance.
In the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard.
Here I swapped the pumpkins out. You guys can let me know in the comments which pumpkins you like better in that corner. So here is Superman. He's going to get us through the day. And I am going to add chicken wire to our mantle. Now, let me explain. A couple of years ago, one of you subscribers, What Would I Do Without Y'all, gave me this idea because I was hanging like super heavy decor to our mantle for Christmas, along with stockings and like just heavy leaves. And and if you haven't seen any of my Christmas videos, those are like some of the most popular ones that I make. So I encourage you to check it out. But they told me that instead of trying to, because I would always hang the sticky things and I would always hang the command strips, the command hooks, and it would always fall down. So they told me to add chicken wire and then just hook everything in the chicken wire. So I usually don't do this until Christmas time because Christmas time is when I have a heavier garland. But I'm going to go ahead and do it now because I am going to hang garland and then I can just reuse it or keep it up for Christmas. So what we did is that we have 3 small hooks in the top of our mantle so you cannot see them. And then I will measure out the chicken wire, cut it with wire cutters, and then I use zip ties to tie the chicken wire into those hooks. So that way it can hold something really heavy, especially there's the little hooks that we have in there already. We did that last year. And then I'm trying to do this with one hand, so it's hard to see. But then I just hook in that chicken wire, you can see, with just zip ties, and then I'll just cut the end of the zip ties. But I only have 3, so it's not super damaging to the mantle. But like if you have garland and you have like a bunch of picks, it's so easy. You don't have to get a command hooked for every single one or worry if it's too heavy. This has been just a game changer for decorating mantles. But I'm going to get everything set. The garland I'm using for fall is not heavy at all, but it just something I'm just, like I said, I'm just prepping for Christmas basically. And I was completely out of command cords and I wasn't ready to go to the store at that moment. So this was our alternative. And this is what it looks like above the mantle. It looks really ugly, but don't worry. Once I cover it all up, you can't see anything. So I can just simply just hook it on, and if I needed to embellish it more, which I am going to for Christmas, then it holds a lot of weight. I'm going to add 1 candle to either side, but when you have that chicken wire on there, you can't just sit the candle, it won't lay flat. So I have to cut a hole in it, or just like cut a few pieces, and then I'll slide the bottom of the candle on there so it's sitting on the flat surface. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing. But I love this area. It's all color coordinated with the deep purples and it flows nicely together. This part is going to be my favorite part of the whole video. I'm creating a centerpiece, a fall centerpiece for the table. And with my centerpieces, what I have discovered is that I have to be practical with kids. So I would love to like lay out a beautiful burlap tablescape, but I want something that I can keep on the table, and then when my kids are there I can just like slide it over. I can also talk across the table, so I'm not like removing stuff or like looking around to be able to talk across the table. So what am I left with? I'm left with a low centerpiece on a tray, so I can just move it on and off the table or slide it down and slide it back. So how do we create something simplistic, yet elegant, yet beautiful, yet practical? And this is my favorite part of the video. I bought these velvet pumpkins a couple years ago. I'm gonna have to look and figure, I think they're called hot squash. I gotta look and research what the name of the place was. And the color scheme I got those because they were on clearance, even though maybe I would have went with a different color scheme. But it came with a group of all of these beautiful velvet pumpkins, and for some reason I really like velvet pumpkins. This tray is pretty long. I think it's 60 inches long. And then my neighbor gave me all of those green drapes. Again, I want to add like it's in a cute pumpkin patch. And then all of those, I'm just kind of going to put leaves in the corners to create a contrast. Those gold color leaves. And then I'm going to take the pumpkins. Here are the pumpkins. They look real. They feel real. They were an investment. Again, this set that I bought was on sale at the time. They're like full, they're thick. And they have real pumpkin stems on them. So I don't know, they just look so cool. And they're my favorite fall decor piece. But I'm going to create a pumpkin patch full of all of these velvet pumpkins. They do sell velvet pumpkins at Hobby Lobby, and I have some from Hobby Lobby. Again, that green pumpkin, I was trying to I'm going to find a spot for it. I want to use it somewhere. These are a lot higher quality, but you can still create a beautiful velvet pumpkin look with the pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. But anyway, this is it. I'm pretty much done with my centerpiece. The last thing I'm going to do, which I add to every centerpiece, is fairy lights, because fairy lights just make everything look so much more magical. Another idea I had that I didn't do, but if you did want to try this at home, was to add like small, skinny candlesticks throughout. And if you did want to give it some height, yet not like block the person across from you, the only thing with the tray that I have is it's not completely flat. So I've done that before in different arrangements, but it's like they're tilted, so they look not straight. So it looks awkward. But if you did have a completely flat tray, or if you're just doing it straight on the table, then I think some tall candlesticks would look cute throughout this. But let me know if you're going to try something similar. All right, last but not least, I am going to decorate this cabinet. Now, the glare with the glass is really bad on camera, but in person, you can see like really clear as day through it. But one thing I'm going to do is keep the pictures on the top shelf, which are the pictures of our kids. I'm going to keep those there, and then I'm just going to decorate the bottom 3 shelves. I love the copper against the black. So I got that copper vase from Target last year. And I also have some garland that I'm going to add in here. The long garland piece was from Hobby Lobby, but everything else in here is from Home Goods or Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to experiment and place things and figure out what looks good.
I feel like I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights. And I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on. And we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment.
So there's my green velvet pumpkin. I'm going to make sure that it's used.
Bring out the best in me, the side only you can see. And I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, Let me feel your love again. 'Cause I've been running round in circles, screaming out your name. Take me to a different place. Just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Be with you. Be with you.
All right, lastly, I am going to hang the fall wreath on our door. I made this wreath last year as well, and it will just complete the look. I'll show you a recap in just a second, but I would love to know what you think.
Didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you.
Thank you so much. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next week.